Hello students, you're welcome to today's lesson. Today we'll be looking at another interesting topic, Nigeria's political division. At this lesson, we'll be looking at various objectives. One, we should be able to locate states, local government areas and their headquarters on the map of Nigeria. Also, we'll be looking at the political division of the country Nigeria after it gained its independence. Also, we'll be looking at the geopolitical zones of the country Nigeria. And thereafter, we'll be looking at the different ethnic groups that make up Nigeria. Looking at the political division of Nigeria, before the arrival of the Europeans, Nigeria was made up of various states, empires, and smaller territories. The largest and most influential of these states were the Fulani territory or empire. Now, looking at the Fulani, these extend over most of northern Nigeria in the 19th century. The Fulani, a people of obscure origin, expanded eastwards from Futa Toro in Lower Senegal in the 14th century. By the 16th century, they had established themselves at Mayana, which is the upstream from the Niger Bend. From there, they proceeded eastward into Hausa land. Some settled in the 19th century at Adamawa states. Also, during this period, we also have the Oyo, which are the Yoruba people, the Oyo Empire, and the Benin Kingdom in the western Nigeria. The Oyo Empire was a very powerful Yoruba empire of West Africa, made up of parts of present-day eastern Benin and western Nigeria. It grew to become the largest Yoruba-speaking state and rose through the outstanding organization and administrative skills of the Yoruba people. The Oyo Empire was one of the most politically important states in the entirety of Western Africa from the mid-17th to the late 18th century. Also, we have the Benin Kingdom. The Benin Empire, also known as the Benin Kingdom, was a large pre-colonial African state of modern Nigeria. There is still an Oba, also known as the king, although his role is mainly symbolic. The Benin Kingdom is a kingdom within what is now known as Southern Nigeria, and it has no historical relation to the modern Republic of Benin. The Benin Kingdom is one of the oldest and most developed states in coastal hinterland of Western Africa. With the arrival of the European and as a result of the British annexation, Nigeria came into being in 1914 when the northern and southern protectorates of Nigeria were amalgamated. Britain ruled the country until 1960 when Nigeria gained her independence. Before now, the Northern Protectorate and Southern Protectorate were actually operating differently on their own before the amalgamation of the country. By 1960, there were 3 regions in the country: Northern regions, Western region, and the Eastern region. The Northern region, whose headquarters was in Kano, while the Western region had their headquarters in Ibadan, and the Eastern region, they had their headquarters in Enugu. By 1963, a 4th region was carved out of the former Western Nigeria, and this became the Mid-Western region with its headquarters in Benin. It was also in that 1963 that Nigeria became a republic. Between the year 1960 and 1966, Nigeria still operated the regional arrangement. Now, in the year 1967, General Yakubu Gowon, the then military head of state, dissolved the 4 regions and created 12 states on May 5th, 1967. 6 states were carved out of the former northern region. In the year 1976, by General Murtala Muhammad, who was then the present head of state. In the year 1987, Ibrahim Babangida, who was then the head of state, created 2 more states, which was Akwa Ibom and Katsina. Also, he created an additional 9 states in 1991. This brought the total number of states to 30. On October 1st, 1996, General Sani Abacha created additional 6 states to add to the already existing 30, making 36 states. So Nigeria as a country, has 36 states with the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. Between the year 1976, the country had 19 states. To 1987, it became 21. And by 1991, we had about 30 states. And in 1996, we got 36 states. Next, we'll be looking at the geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Nigeria as a country has 6 geopolitical zones. These zones were not entirely carved out based on geographical location, but rather states with similar ethnic groups and common political history were classified into same zones. The zones were Northeast, Northwest, North Central, Southeast, South-South, and Southwest. The reason for the zoning was for proper allocation of resources. Next, we'll be looking at the ethnic groups in Nigeria. Nigeria comprises of different ethnic groups. Over 250 ethnic groups exist in the country, with 3 major ethnic groups, which are the Hausa Fulani, the Yoruba, and the Igbo. The Hausa Fulani are mixed Hausa and Fulani origin. They are predominantly or primarily found in the northern Nigeria, most of whom speak variants of Hausa or Fula or both languages. While some Fulani claim semantic origin, Hausas are indigenous to West Africa. Hausa is spoken by over 100 to 150 million people in Nigeria. The Yoruba people are a West African ethnic group that mainly inhabit parts of Nigeria, Benin, and Togo. The areas of these countries were primarily inhabited by the Yoruba. The Yoruba constitute over 52 million people in Africa. The vast majority of the Yoruba people is today within the country of Nigeria, and they form up to 21% of the country's total population. And most Yoruba people speak the Yoruba language. Next, we have the Igbo ethnic group. The Igbo people, they are ethnic group in Nigeria, and they are primarily found in Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, Imo states. A sizable population of the Igbos are also found in Delta and Rivers states. Geographically, the Igbo homeland is divided into 2 unequal sections by the Niger River, which are the eastern, which is the largest of the 2, and the western section. The 3 major ethnic groups in Nigeria, we have it as the Hausa, the Yoruba, and the Igbo. With this, we have come to the end of the lesson. Please do well to attempt your quizzes and ask questions if there are any. See you in my next class, and bye for now. Thank you.